What is blockchain? Is it still relevant or is just another tech buzzword everyone pretends to understand? Well, today in this video, I'm going to explain you step by step why blockchain actually matters, how does it work, and why it actually important. Okay, so this is Cryparion, and after finishing the video, you will have a full clear idea about blockchain. Your cloud about the blockchain will fade away. So let's start this video. In the traditional system, the users put their money on the bank, and the bank authority notes down everything in a ledger. Okay, so whatever you are having transaction, whatever the money you are putting in the bank, and how much asset you own, everything is put it down in a ledger. This is a centralized database where your everything is being stored. So this is called centralized system, and in the central system this bank has the whole authority over your account. They can see, they can even change your account informations. They can change it manually. So suppose if any user say wants to send money to user B, they cannot send it directly. They have to go to their trusted bank, and they have to give their money to the bank, and the bank gives the money to the user B. So what happens is, let's suppose user A wants to send $10 to user B. They give the money to the bank, and the bank has to give the money to the user B. But if the bank wants to steal your money, then what happens? They will simply is the whole information, and there is nothing. You cannot prove that you have given the money. Then this is the biggest flaw of this centralized system. If any hacker wants to uh, corrupt the data, if any hacker want to steal your money, they have to hack the system. And somehow if the bank gets bankrupted, then you ain't getting any your money. Your money is stuck there. No matter how much money you have, the bank will refuse to give you money because they don't simply have the money. It's not only about the bank system. If you think about the internet, whatever you are sharing, whatever you're posting in the internet, everything is being recorded. And those big companies have all the informations about you, and they are selling informations towards the money. So that's why whenever you post something, whenever you are typing in the social media, you get recommendations based on that. The algorithm works like this. But we are not concerned about this. We are not concerned about privacy. But this is a fatal issue. Okay, so the blockchain comes to the stage to solve exactly this problem. Rather than that one copy, one centralized copy, blockchain gives everyone a copy of that transaction details or whatever the information there is. So let's suppose in the blockchain, there are crypto wallets which are banks, and cryptocurrency is their traditional currency. So the crypto wallet makes a contract to every user, and every user has a copy of that ledger. This is called distributed ledger. Whatever transaction is happening, whatever money you are putting into the cryptocurrency, everything is being recorded into the ledger, but the ledger is being distributed to every user. So everyone keeps track, everyone has the data on themselves. So the central authority has no data within them. They just gives the contract. They cannot control your money, they cannot see your transaction. Even the it is being distributed, but it is not like that everyone can see your data. The data is being locked. Only you has the private key, you have the private key to see the data. But everyone has the data, but they cannot access it. They are encrypted. That's why it's cryptocurrency. Okay, encrypted. So in the centralized system, the data is being stored in a central base, and if something happens to that central database, everyone faces problem. If anyone can hack that central base database, then they can pretty much access everyone's information, and then they can corrupt it. But in decentralized systems, the data is distributed throughout the internet. If any single database or single point gets leaked or changed, the remaining databases are safe, and they can synchronize and fix it. That's why this system is more secure. But it's not only limited to that. There is more security. This is how the blockchain works. As per the name, uh, whenever you make a transaction, a new block is being created and added to the chain. There are blocks and they are connected with the chain. This is blockchain. So every block has three parts: the its hash, which is its digital fingerprint. Every has its own unique hash. every block every block, like the million of block, has millions of unique hashes, and that's what makes blockchain immutable. And this has depends on the data. So whatever the data whatever the data there are, the hash is generated based on the data. There is an algorithm behind it which generates the date hash from the data. And another part of this blockchain is the uh, previous hash. So this block stores three things: the hash, the data, and the previous hash data. That's why it is completely a chain. So let's suppose this is hash number one, like this. The hash of this block is one, the hash of this block is two, and the hash of this block is three. This is the starting block, and the second block has the information about this block. And the information is this hash. This stores the hash of this previous block, and this block stores the hash of this previous block. So by any chance, if anyone wants to hack a specific block, they cannot even do that, because if anyone wants to corrupt the data, then the hash is also being changed, like 22 to 23. And when it goes to the blockchain, and the post block can't identify the previous block, then it's get declined. The whole blockchain then synchronizes and fix it. So you cannot change the data in any type. But not only that, you can see the blockchain, but this is not stored in a central database, as I said before. Every user of on the blockchain network has a separate copy of that blockchain. Okay, and this is called nodes. Every user stores the data on their nodes. So you cannot change a block, and you cannot even change a blockchain, because if you want to change the whole blockchain, there are different blockchains on the system. Okay, so if you somehow try to change this blockchain, the other users cannot identify this. Okay, so when they tries to synchronize this, they can see the data is corrupted there. It will automatically declined, then it will get fixed automatically. And this is the secure part of blockchain. And there are more safety measures into the blockchain. It comes to how blockchain actually works, how the blocks are being added to the blockchain. And this is called mining. You may have heard the name of mining before. uh, you need high GPUs to mine blockchain bitcoins, and you will eventually get rewards, and the reward is very heavy. When a user wants to add a data into the blockchain, it doesn't get added directly. There is a third party, but it's not central third party though. So these parties are called miners. Your data is goes to the miners. Then the miners uses their machine to generate a hash for the your data and assigns it to a block. Then this block goes to the network and added to the chain. And this process is also kind of difficult, because there are millions of miners in the internet, and everybody wants to get rewarded, right? So what Bitcoin does is, it gives a problem to the mining machine, and the machine solves the problem and then generates a hash. So if your machine is fast, then your machine can solve the problem easily. So there is a race between the miners. Whoever can solve the problem first, they can generate a hash first, and they can be rewarded. So how much, the more faster your device is, the more faster your machine is, the more fast you can solve a problem, the more money you can make in this process. So throughout the video I have explained you the whole process, how blockchain works, how is security works, how it is secured, and why it is important. So after all, this is my first video, and I have talked about blockchain. Later on I will talk about anything else, so stay tuned and see you later.